Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. It's been a couple of days since I have conducted a broadcast here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Hasn't been much in the news, per se, but before we get into the crux of the discourse on the True Conservative Radio show here, I wanted to get into some of the critics, and I'm not going to be general when it comes to my critics, because that's who I'm speaking about. But I just wanted to say that you're going to have a lot of people now that I'm going to start talking about this new fervor that we're seeing all over the boob tube this evening and this morning and this afternoon, or today, I should say. And I just want everybody to realize that we need to go beyond this, stupid, socialistic, let's just, all get together, and I'll get to that in a minute. But first and foremost, folks, you know and I know, everybody that's been on the broadcast and been listening to the broadcast for the past 2 years knows that I am a true conservative. I'm not going to sit here and bow down to any type of quote-unquote party, because what in the blue hell for? It's the same crap, different plate. And because I take that stance on politics in America, I get a lot of criticism. I get a lot of criticism, of course, from the left-wing feminists and liberals that obviously call up into the broadcast on a consistent basis and attempt to agitate. But at the same time, folks, I always, on a consistent basis, get criticism, whether it's here on the Blog Talk Radio Network or on the blogosphere or on the Internet in general, from Republicans. Because I call the Republicans out. They're basically bowing down to liberalism, bowing down to feminism, and all this other malarkey. They did it in this past election, and where did it get them? It got them absolutely nowhere. So my point of this whole little preamble is that all these critics are going to be coming out from all different angles, folks. And I don't want you to be dissuaded by, these critics trying to dissuade you from continuing to listen to this broadcast. And the reason I say this is because of all the hoopla that has been going around about yours truly. I mean, whether it's Republicans trash-talking a conservative like myself, whether it's the liberals and feminists calling up here and agitating the show, or, trying to spread slanderous lies and insults about me all over the Internet. But it's also these damn Alex Jones nut jobs, these imbeciles that are posting up forum posts about the broadcast and reversing it and claiming that it's got some sort of subliminal message or some sort of malarkey of that nature. I mean, I just can't believe that my little show here has taken so much criticism and has just been taken and interpreted in so many different perspectives that I know that the person that's sitting on the sideline, the true American, the person that really isn't that political but is law-abiding, never collected an entitlement in their lives, have conservative values, they may tend to fall under the power of suggestion of these folks out here that are trying to make certain slanderous accusations and personal attacks about yours truly. And I think those ass clowns need to stop what they're doing, and they're lucky that this is the damn cyberspace. They're lucky they're not within the vicinity of my of my person, because I would be personally going down there, stomping a mud hole in their ass, kicking it dry, and then taking a dirty yellow bubbly pee in it, and all they can do is look back at me with a liberal yellow smile about it. Because they're just lying. They're spreading personal attacks. I don't appreciate it. All right? I don't appreciate it whatsoever. Now that we got that out of the way, folks, I want to talk about obviously what's been all over the boob tube, what's been all over the airwaves out here, the Tea Party protests, April 15th. It is tax day, and if you happen to be tuning in with me right now, it's probably because you barely got your damn taxes in to Uncle Sam, and you're barely paying or getting back or whatever it is. But regardless, if you're paying taxes, it's because you got to sit here and continue to fund these entitlements, going to these ridiculous nimrods that are doing nothing but buying bling-bling rims with them, going out here and purchasing houses under these so-called, government grant systems and, financial assistance programs and all this other nonsense, folks, when all in while the American taxpayers taking it up the tailpipe. Now, the Tea Party protests of April 15th, this is definitely going to be a historical day, supposedly. I don't know why, but it's going to be supposedly a memorable day out here, because thousands of people protested all over the country against the tax agendas that are being put forth by this liberal regime, by the stimulus packages and all this outrageous spending that we've been talking about here on the Blog Talk Radio Network, True Conservative Radio Show. We've been talking about this on a consistent basis. And what have we been talking about? Well, bottom line is that right when this liberal regime took forth, you should have known that this was going to happen. And now you've got this so-called Tea Party, thousands of people gathering around all over the country like a bunch of lab rats running to food pellets. You know, they're out here, yay, look at me, I belong to a Tea Party, yay. The hell are you doing out there, you dumbass clowns? You know, to me, and let me tell you something, folks, there are a variety of different Tea Party protests all over the state of Texas. As a matter of fact, Rick Perry, which is our governor here in Texas, caught wind of this. And as a matter of fact, a whole bunch of Republicans have caught wind of this whole organizational, grassroots, wink, wink, campaign of this supposed, this Tea Party event. It's ridiculous. I mean, bottom line is, folks, what did these people accomplish? All right? What did these people accomplish out here? If you look at all the media coverage, and if you don't happen to have cable because you're abiding by the True Conservative protest and not getting cable, because I don't have cable either, folks. Don't get cable. If you want to protest the liberal and feminist Hollywood, just get cable out of you. You don't even need cable anymore. Just get yourself one of those antennas, digital antennas. You get all your local channels, and most of the crap you can find right here on the Internet. The Internet is the greatest source of news gathering and information, and I strongly advise you to spend more time on here, and maybe you'll learn something. But go out there and do all your little scouring, all your little research about all the events that happen all across the country based on this ridiculous Tea Party notion, and you'll get a whiff of a certain demographic of people that attended this particular event. Now, I'm not trying to criticize all you folks out there that were trying to, attend one of these organizational events, and I don't know, I guess you were trying to impress, people in your family, or I don't know what it was. But what exactly did it accomplish? It accomplished absolutely nothing. If you look at the typical demographic that attended these Tea Party events, it was three-toothed rednecks that sit around and watch Dale Earnhardt run around a damn racetrack for about 400 times. It's these morons that have absolutely no idea what it means, or what politics is, or what policy is, what legislation is. They don't even know how they got to this situation. All they do is know that I'm not doing what I did 5-10 years ago, so I got to protest. I mean, it just makes me sick, all right? It makes me sick. There's a lot of people out there, I know I'm taking criticism, because there's a lot of people out there supporting this ridiculous Tea Party movement, but I think it's a bunch of horse crap. And I'll tell you why, folks. I'll tell you why. This event was nothing but an excuse for a bunch of idiots across the country to dress up in their, latest, Uncle Sam outfits. Some idiots were dressing up like old dead presidents, for heaven's sake. And they were out there making complete jackasses out of themselves. You got the taco trucks rolling up all over the country, making a fortune off this ridiculous malarkey. I mean, it was just sick. And then you had, you know who sank their teeth into this ridiculous festival of nothing? This festival of supposed illusionary political protest? This so-called Tea Party? You know who's capitalizing on all this organizational, quote-unquote, grassroots campaigning? Wink, wink. Well, none other than the liberal Republican Party, who's trying to save face with, some people that are attempting to still call themselves Republicans, people that are attempting to try to call themselves conservatives, but deviating the whole conservative process into a direction that's so leftist it makes me want to puke. Makes me want to burn a damn flag of Cuba or Red China or the Soviet Union or some crap. But the reason I'm so critical, and the reason I'm so critical of these damn Tea Party ass clowns is because they not only did not accomplish nothing, but they don't even know why the hell they were there. They had no idea why the hell they were there. All they knew was like, yay, it's like the Boston Tea Party back in history class. Yay, we're a part of history. You were part of a big photo op, you stupid morons. Did you accomplish a damn thing? No. You made the American people look like a bunch of idiots, all right? That's what you did. You made the damn American people look like a bunch of morons. I mean, did you see the footage of these tea clown idiots? I mean, tea drive, what do you got, Tea Party idiots? I mean, they were dressing up like Uncle Sam. They had leprechaun suits. They were out here doing juggling acts. You had some moron looking like Teddy Roosevelt rolling his fat ass out there. It was ridiculous. And this is supposed to be some sort of opposition to this liberal regime that's basically asserting its socialistic and communistic agenda upon us? Are you kidding me? This is supposed to be some sort of breath of fresh air for us? Folks, if you have caught wind of this ridiculous nonsense, then you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm going to get into why I'm going to get into who funded all this ridiculous Tea Party nonsense and, why it was a supposed spectacle. Because basically what it was a ploy by the Republican Party to attempt to rally some sort of base of gathering around new voters for the 2010 elections. All right? And if you don't think so, all right? If you don't think so, well, then just watch, all right? Let me tell you what happened today. Of course, we all know about the Tea Party protest. It was nationwide, I mean, just a couple of cities. I'm just going to name some. In Lansing, Michigan, 4,000 people waved signs exclaiming, "Stop the fiscal madness, read my lipstick, no more bailouts." And the pirates are in D.C. The children held makeshift signs complaining about the rise in debt out there. Oh, great. You had Salt Lake City protesters out there, 1,000 of them gathered outside of the downtown Federal Building in the rain and snow. Other protesters were out there. Washington, D.C., they were out here in Texas. Folks, we had, a variety of different organizations in Texas out here. You had Rick Perry, our governor, basically trying to utilize this for his 12 bid for presidency. Truth be told, we always have to realize the political ambitions of everything. If you don't realize the political ambitions and the whole crux of the subject matter, well, then you're an idiot. You're a minion. You're the same ass clown that should have been crying when Barack Hussein Obama just won the presidency. All right? It's just ridiculous, all right? Now, the bottom line is that this Tea Party nonsense. Now, I know that there's going to be a lot of people that I'm going to piss off out here, and I'm looking here in the chat room live, and I see that I've pissed off a couple of people because I'm somewhat critical of this whole nonsense out here. These people that, obviously are against the Barack Obama and the liberal regime that's in power in our government. I understand they're trying to find something to put their energy and their optimism and everything into, and they see this Tea Party nonsense rise out of nowhere. And they all go out to this supposed event because, you had a whole bunch of grassroots idiot knocking on doors and, the robocalls or whatever it took. I don't know exactly what it took, but however it was, media, blitz campaigns, the whole 9 yards, somebody caught wind of it. The American people caught wind of it, and they decided, hey, I'm not really for Barack Obama, so this sounds like a pretty good event to go to me. So they go out there and what? What did they do? They had Republicans speaking at these events, folks. All right, you had Bobby Jindal, out here capitalizing off this ridiculous situation that's happening with this Tea Party nonsense. All right, you had, obviously, I already said my governor here in Texas, Rick Perry, he's sinking his teeth into this whole nonsense. You had former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, who addressed the Tea Party in New York Wednesday night. It's just, give me a break, folks. This is a blatant, classic political party orchestration in an attempt to win the, suggestive conscience of the American people. And they're trying to get you to bait you into 010. They're trying to say, okay, if you put in the Republican Party, we will be the answer. Now, who funded this whole Tea Party nonsense? Who is this? Who are the organizers that supposedly develop these, Tea Party movements organically through online social networking and, Fox News exposure? Now, who are these people? How did all this crap come about? You got a whole bunch of morons dressing like Uncle Sam and Teddy Roosevelt and, Thomas Jefferson. They're putting white powdered wigs on, for heaven's sake, out here making jackasses out of themselves all over the country. You got these Tea Party idiots, waving tea bags, throwing tea bags all over the place. For what? All right? How did this happen? Let's first and foremost, and I know the media is trying to pump and dump this whole news, this whole sensationalistic story about, a pending revolution, the Tea Party people are organizing, we got to be scared, all this nonsense because, it's going to keep you watching the boob tube, it's going to keep you watching their network, and henceforth, they're going to continue to sell advertising on you. But, folks, who organized this crap? How did this crap come about all of a sudden? Well, I'll tell you right here, okay? The crux of all the funding of this so-called organic Tea Party movement came from a non-profit or quote-unquote supposed conservative advocacy group. Excuse me. I'm getting tongue-tied here because I can't believe that this is going on here and people are actually falling for this crap, hook, line, and sinker. These are the same idiots that are talking garbage about the, left-wing, long-haired, liberal, bedwetting, feminist, muff-diving hippies that I hate. These are the same people calling foul because they're following Barack Obama hook, line, and sinker because he's got nice teeth and he looks presidential. And these are the same people that are falling for the same nonsense with this ridiculous Tea Party crap. Now, FreedomWorks. Now, who in the blue hell is FreedomWorks? Well, it's a conservative nonprofit advocacy group. It's based in Washington, and it's led by the former Republican House Majority Leader, who is from my home state, Dick Armey. That's right, Dick Armey. And I'm not joking, that's his real name. I know there's a lot of people out here who aren't aware of politics out here in America. I mean, there's a lot of political junkies like myself who, know different, secretaries of state and, majority leaders and house speakers and presidents and all that other malarkey. But this FreedomWorks, which was basically who promoted these little tea parties all across the country, this conservative nonprofit advocacy group, it's ran by the former Republican House Majority Leader, Dick Armey of Texas, who is now, let's see, what do you think Dick Armey does right now? All right? What do you think he does? He's a lobbyist. That's right. Oh, isn't this the same people that we're supposed to be mad against, folks? Isn't this the same people that we're supposed to be pissing and moaning about? Do you see why I'm so critical about this Tea Party movement? All right? I've been taking crap all day. I've been, around the forums and the chat rooms. I've been in voice chat communities being critical of this whole Tea Party nonsense, and people were, of course, treating me like I just took a urinating piss on their damn Sunday dress or something, because I was critical about the whole nonsense of this Tea Party crap. Because that's what it is, folks. And please, I want to hear your comments about this. If you happen to have attended one of these supposed Tea Party events that's supposed to save America, we're saving America, we're protesting against Barack Obama. That's what we're doing. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. And before we go any further, I'd like for you all to please spread the word about the program. Bookmark, add to your favorites, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's the official website of the True Conservative Radio program, and you can also follow me on Twitter, folks. And I put the link right there in the chat room. It's twitter.com/ghostpolitics. But more of this Tea Party nonsense. Folks, let's not get wrapped up in some sort of political romance. This is what I'm criticizing the liberals and the feminists of partaking in. This is why they're so, infatuated with these characters that they put forth on the television set as the supposed mouthpieces of these liberal regimes out here. Barney Fruit, Frank, and that gnawing of her plastic off her face Nancy Pelosi, and that other moron Reed, and all these people. I mean, folks, this is what we criticize them about. When I say we, I'm talking about the true conservatives that are tempted to be lured by this ridiculous Tea Party nonsense. Don't be lured by it, folks, because it didn't accomplish a damn thing. I mean, don't you understand it? The same people that, that are supposedly, affiliated with the same monsters that have depleted and openly raided the American taxpaying system, these are the same ones that are funding this whole ridiculous Tea Party nonsense. And it doesn't make any sense to me why people are going to fall hook, line, and sinker with this crap when we should be talking about real American issues, folks. And those real American issues are certain subject matters that we talk about on this program. But nobody talks about them, folks. That's why I extend my hand to you. Please spread this link like wildfire. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Because let me tell you, I guarantee you go to the blogosphere, you go to the Blog Talk Radio Network, the other programming on this network out here, you're going to see all kinds of supposed great, great little tidbits about, the Tea Party was such a great event. It was so wonderful. I mean, morons, hello, McFly. Don't you understand that the Tea Party event was just a ridiculous spectacle, a ridiculous ordeal to parade a bunch of, three-tooth rednecks in front of a camera and have their opinion taken in front of a microphone, and them saying things like, well, we're just tired of Obama. We're tired, and you just sound like a complete moron. I mean, it's ridiculous, folks. I mean, this didn't accomplish anything. It just made a spectacle of supposed conservatives, because I'm not putting that any kind of conservative aura around that particular spectacle, even though there's a lot of people that are claiming that conservatism spawned this ridiculous nonsense called the Tea Party. But, folks, right here, the people that organized it, Freedom Works, a conservative nonprofit advocacy group based in Washington, D.C., led by the former House Majority Leader Dick Armey of Texas. That's what basically organized all you stupid morons out there dressing up like Uncle Sam, out there with powdered wigs, out there, with muskets, and you idiots with the big, top hats like Abraham Lincoln. This is what spawned all you morons to go out there and make complete jackasses out of yourself so you can have the whole world look at you people and say, look at the American, you stupid American out here, they're out there parading around like Uncle Sam out here, they're stupid. I mean, I could just imagine, what they're saying all across the world. It's nonsense, folks. Now, the only reason I'm being critical of this Tea Party movement is it didn't accomplish anything, folks. Oh, what? Hey, we're here and we're mad, yay! I mean, if somebody really wanted to do something, if somebody was really smart out there, they would have went to these Tea Party organizations and used the grassroots effort, or quote-unquote grassroots, even though it was publicized to holy hell. Everybody knew about it before it happened. They should have used this as an opportunity to recruit, and organize people so that they can confront these power-hungry autocrats that are in Washington and say, hey, look, you're either going to vote your constituency, you're going to vote in favor of the American people, you're either going to vote the way we believe that the American or our community should be ran, and if not, we're going to get you out of office. We're going to get your ass out of office. But unfortunately, no. You had all these idiots gathering around, dressing up like Uncle Sam, having little stupid dances. You had Republicans, of course, flocking to these stupid organizational rallies, talking all this fervor, and we're not going to take this, Obama. We're not going to do this. This is just nonsense, folks. If you think that this is going to change anything, if you think this is some sort of positive step for America, you're an imbecile, all right? And you know what? The American people deserve what's happening to them. It makes me sick, all right? This makes me sick to my stomach. All right, it makes me want to puke that people are out here buying this crap. But then again, I have to recollect and say, you know what? I forgot. This is the same stupid country that bought the pet rock, all right? These are the same morons that are buying bottled water out here. That's what I keep forgetting that crap. I mean, welcome to America. And I'm sorry that all you imbeciles are out here getting a little butthurt about me being so critical about this ridiculous Tea Party nonsense. But with all due respect, tough titty, all right? The bottom line is it's the same crap, different plate. It doesn't matter, folks. If you want true change, if you want something to happen, if you want the power-hungry autocrats that are in Washington that are basically selling us out, you have to participate in your government. I mean, this damn Tea Party crap is, this whole Tea Party tax day protest nonsense was as useless as a damn 40-hour-a-week work job for a damn single mother, for heaven's sake. All right? It's ridiculous. 646-652-4869 is the number to call out here. Right now we are discussing the infamous little Tea Party protest of April 15th, 2009 out here, and I'm telling you that it was just malarkey. We just told you that Freedom Works was the nonpartisan, quote-unquote, conservative, let me explain that again. Let me back up for a second. Freedom Works is a conservative nonprofit advocacy group, but they are claiming that this organically, driven Tea Party event is nonpartisan or bipartisan, even though Freedom Works is ran by Dick Armey, the former House Majority Leader of the Republican Party out here, which is now a lobbyist, of course, but we'll go ahead and sweep that under the rug since all these Tea Party ass clowns are out here drinking the Kool-Aid and thinking, yay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dress like Uncle Sam. My buddy's going to dress like Teddy Roosevelt. My other buddy over here is going to dress like FDR. And we're just going to go out there and we're going to have a great time. And we're going to put my uncle, we're going to make him look like Barney Frank. And everything's going to look good. It's stupid. It's just absolutely obnoxious, folks. But this is America, right? This is it right here. People actually thinking they're accomplishing something. And did you see these people? I mean, by all means, go to your nearest video search engine, wherever you get your video content, and search for raw footage of any event, any of these events across the country, and take a good whiff of what is around out here. I mean, it was just disenchanted morons. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that the people that were out there protesting for this ridiculous Tea Party protest, I'm not saying that a lot of those people had genuine disdain for what is going on here in America. Believe me, I understand that. But what they need to do is get a little bit more politically mature and realize what are the problems here in America. Instead of listening to the talking heads on the boob tube, go out in the internet, go to a library, read a book, do something, and realize the reasons why these are happening. Why these things are happening. Why a socialist agenda is being put forth down our throats. Why there's an open raid on the American tax-paying system. You have to understand why this is happening. Why is the government wanting to give amnesty to the 60 million plus illegal immigrants that are in this country? Why? Don't go out to some stupid, ridiculous protest because some commercial told you to do so, or some idiot on MySpace, or some idiot, whatever, however you heard of this crap. Don't go out there. Ask, why should I go out there? That's what you should be asking. Why? Oh, well, it's to protest the government spending. That's what we're doing. We're cutting government spending. And you know what Obama's response to this whole Tea Party nonsense was? All right? I mean, he didn't even have to really, flex a muscle. He just said, look, it is just completely irresponsible to cut taxes during a time of a recession, during the time when we're losing jobs in America. And, of course, the liberals hopped on all up on top of that. They were like, oh, yeah, there you go. You see, we got to keep spending so that we can have jobs and we can continue living and we can continue paying for our $250,000 house that we finance on our $25,000 a year income. We got to continue to pay on that damn BMW $50,000. We got to pay on everything. So I don't mind getting a government bureaucrat job, even if it means oppressing the rights of other people. As long as I get paid, I don't care. Welcome to America. Anyway, 646-652-4869. We're going to take a caller here. 111 area code. You're on the air.
This show really sucks.
Oh, yeah? Is that all you got to say? You see, once again, folks, we got a liberal agitator. A liberal agitator, and they were on hold here for a little over a half hour, and he waited and waited, and that was the best he could come up with, is that my show sucks. You see, this is the liberal agitation. These are liberals and feminists that are trying to deviate your thought process from thinking about how stupid the Tea Party protests were and start thinking about ridiculous nonsense, like decadence, like materialism, like going out and being some philanderous gigolo or some philanderous whorebag or something of that nature. That's what they want your mind to be deviated to. They don't want you to realize and start thinking that, hey, there's some responsibility that I must take as an American citizen. And what is that? What responsibility does that? That means that you have to participate in your government. This government was made for the people, by the people. But once again, folks, if the people fall asleep at the wheel, you are seeing the consequence of that very scenario right in our modern-day America. Anyway, I want to hear from you, 646-652-4869. We want to take some more callers. We don't want to hear any more of those liberal, long hair, or feminist muff-diving agitators who are going to continue to call up and try to deviate your thoughts. We're talking about the Tea Party protests of April 15, 2009. I am being critical about them because I think they're a bunch of malarkey. I think that they're just basically making a mockery of America. If you want my personal opinion, if you look at all the footage and the B-roll footage that all the news are taking forth and putting on the damn boob tube, it makes America look like a bunch of obnoxious idiots. This is supposed to be some sort of protest, right? We're protesting against Obama's socialism. We're protesting. And these idiots, they go out there and they dress like Paul Revere. I mean, these idiots are dressing up like Uncle Sam. You got idiots dressing like Thomas Jefferson, for heaven's sake. And I mean, it's just stupid. It's just the stupidest, ridiculous spectacle of all time, and I think it's a disgrace to America. Half these morons that were out here at these events didn't even know why the hell they were even there. They were just regurgitating some talking point that some organizer told them to say if the damn camera happens to be shown in their mug. And once again, who organized this event? I want you to put that in your head, and I want you to spread it out to everybody you know. Freedom Works, all right? Freedom Works, the conservative or supposed conservative nonprofit advocacy group based in Washington, led by the former Republican House Majority Leader, Dick Armey, who's now a lobbyist. But, of course, he doesn't want that to, dissuade anybody from continuing to go out to these Tea Party events and continuing to throw out money at fundraisers and all that crap. Oh, no. We don't want you to do that. Welcome to America, folks. The only way, and, everybody always criticizes me about solutions. Folks, the solution is you. Look in the mirror. You have to go out there and participate in this government. And if you don't, other people will. And when they participate in this government, you are seeing the consequence of those very actions. That's what happens, folks. When you get anesthetized with political romanticism, this is the consequence. And you saw it on both sides. I'm not trying to say that the liberal leftist feminists are any better than the wannabe conservatives and the Republicans. They're both the same crap, different plate, folks. Don't you understand? Both of these parties and the followers of these camps are stupid people that have absolutely nothing, they have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, please, I challenge you to go out there and search. Go on YouTube. Go on Google Video. Search for raw footage of this damn Tea Party event and look at all the microphones and these three-toothed trailer park trash cheese whiz guzzling pieces of garbage. Just I don't even want to talk about it. Just look for yourself. And it makes America look like an obnoxious, imbecilic circus sideshow. And it didn't prove anything. It didn't prove a damn thing. You should have heard these morons when I went into the damn voice chat rooms, to discuss this subject matter. You should have heard these idiots. They came back like, they just, saw the Almighty or something. You were like, oh, I just came back from the Tea Party and I just met so many people. Oh, yeah, I've met so many diverse people and they all want to help America. Shut up! All right, are you kidding me? You people are all morons, and that's why we're in the situation we're in. And instead of getting mad at me for calling you what you are, go out there and participate in this government. Don't go out there and fall hook, line, and sinker, to some organization or some rally somewhere just because somebody told you to do so. You need to question, you ass clown. You need to question everything. If somebody's saying, hey, come with me, we're going to go out and rally against Obama, say why. And same with you stupid liberal idiots. Somebody comes to you and say, hey, we're going to go out here, we're going to protest, and we're going to protest, and we're going to stop killing the whales, and we're going to stop killing all the animals in your fur coats, and Obama, we're going to fight for Obama. You idiots need to start questioning yourselves why. But of course nobody does. How unfortunate. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. You're listening to True Conservative Radio. I am the host, the man they call Ghost, and this is episode 103, folks. Can you believe it? 103, and we're continuing to go, and we're going to continue counting forward, folks. Anyway, I'm pretty much beating a dead horse here with this ridiculous Tea Party discourse, but the bottom line is, folks, is don't get anesthetized with any political romanticism, all right? You need to do something, all right? You need to go out there and participate in this government. If you have some better ideas, go out there and run for something, you idiot. Don't sit on your ass and then complain about it. If you've got some better ideas, go out there to the forums, go out there to the blogs, the chat rooms, all right? Go out there and discuss things with people. Go to your... what the hell you call that stupid website? Go to your Craigslist and go organize a little group to talk about conservative politics. Try to gather around a group of people and meet at a damn restaurant and you all talk about politics or something. Folks, we need to do this. I know this sounds stupid. I know this sounds silly to most of you decadent and materialistic idiots. But, folks, this is something that needs to be done. This is what the liberals have done to take power. This is what the feminists have done to take power. And, folks, the only way that we are going to win this battle against blatant leftism, the only way we're going to win that battle is if we make the contradictions of the left apparent. And believe me, there's many of them, folks. There are many of the contradictions on the left. But the conservatives have to make those apparent. They got to make those blatantly apparent. And we have to start embracing one another. We got to start educating one another, all right? That's all there is to it. And you see, here we go. I'm being criticized because I'm telling people to organize. They're like, what, organize like the Tea Party? I mean, didn't you just hear me? All right? The Tea Party is a moot event, all right? Once somebody starts telling you, hey, come on, we're going to go out here, we're going to protest, it's going to be a nationwide thing, we're going to be on TV, yay! Once somebody starts telling you that, you need to start asking them, hey, wait a minute, why? Who are these people? Why are we having to go to a protest? Who's organizing the damn thing?
Well, it's the Tea Party. That's who's organizing the Tea Party.
Well, who's the damn Tea Party?
Well, I don't know.
Well, of course you don't know. I'm telling you, it was promoted by Freedom Works, a conservative nonprofit advocacy group based in Washington, led by the former Republican House Majority Leader Dick Armey, who is now a lobbyist. And basically, he's utilized this whole, bought and paid for grassroots campaign, or wink, wink grassroots campaign. And he's basically utilizing the disdain of the American people and disguising it and packaging it in another package and having the American people believe that, oh, well, look, we're gonna gather around here and we're gonna protest and we're gonna gather around, yay! Gather around and do what? You idiots got Republicans talking at all these events. Republicans are talking at all these events. You're supposed to be the Tea Party, remember?
Yay, we're the Tea Party. We're not for Democrats and Republicans.
Well, why is Newt Gingrich addressing you? Why is Bobby Jindal addressing you? Why is Rick Perry addressing you?
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. Just like the typical American people. They don't know diddly. You people are stupid. It makes me sick. That's why I get so damn jaded. That's why sometimes I don't even do broadcasts for a long period of time, because I get so damn jaded, because it really makes no difference what you tell the American people. I mean, once they've been hypnotized on some ridiculous idea, once they put so much energy into some ridiculous notion, once they have committed themselves to something, these idiots can't turn back. And the reason they can't turn back is because they don't want to look like a bunch of morons. Why do you think these Obama idiots and, these people that said that Obama was going to give everybody a house in the sky and, a Cadillac in every driveway, money was going to grow on trees, what happened to that nonsense? Where are those morons? Well, they're out there still, but they're out in the background. They're not out here calling these shows. They're not trying to give substance to the open rate on the American tax-paying system approved by this liberal regime. They're not out there doing that. And then you got the Tea Party.
Yay, I'm a part of the Tea Party, yay!
What did this accomplish, you idiots? Can one of you Tea Party ass clowns call me up right now, 646-652-4869. You give me a reason why this is some sort of a positive event for America, even though this was blatantly orchestrated. This was not an organically grown movement, all right? I mean, you had a bunch of people knocking on people's doors saying, hey, come on, let's go do this, let's go do that, not knowing why in the hell they were doing it. And that's what got us here to begin with. People's ignorance, you stupid idiots. You can't back up something you don't know diddly about. You want true change, you idiots? You can't keep falling for the same old tricks. And you are, hook, line, and sinker. And it makes me sick to my stomach that America has become this gullible. It makes me sick to the pit of my stomach that America is this damn stupid. I can't believe it, folks, but it ceases to amaze me. I tell you this right now. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. I'm seeing the phone lines lighting up with 111 numbers, and I know there's a lot of liberals and probably a lot of Tea Party ass clowns. They're going to call up and they're going to try to talk all kinds of malarkey at me. They're trying to deviate your thought process from the discourse being talked about at hand here, but don't let it, folks. I mean, by God, don't let it. You want to talk about true change, folks? Let's talk about true change. How are we going to do it? Folks, it's not going to be by some lobbyist-funded, nonsense called the Tea Party, all right? It's not going to happen. Nobody was talking anything. They were all talking the same regurgitated crap that the speakers at the event were saying. Nobody was having any true discourse out there whatsoever. People brought their kids, for heaven's sake. I mean, they brought their damn kids. They said, give me a break, folks. We're supposed to be adults. We're supposed to be the ones handling things out here. And we're running around like a bunch of damn imbecilic teenagers, for heaven's sake. Folks, the bottom line is that I know that there's a lot of people out here taking fervor with this Tea Party. And believe me, I know that you want optimism. I know you want to put your energy behind something. I know that you are completely against this liberal regime that has taken forth power and trying to implement its version of quasi-socialism and communism. I understand this, folks. But that doesn't excuse you from doing your homework. That doesn't excuse you from asking questions. All right? You people are a bunch of followers out here. And if you're going to be following everything, if you're just going to be following the leader and not asking any questions, well, then don't bitch and moan about what in the blue hell is happening to America. All right, that's all I'm saying. I know people are going to try to be critical of that statement and say, oh, well, what are you doing, Ghost? You idiot. I've been here for 2 years trying to tell you idiots that this was coming, that this economic danger was happening. I prognosticated all this crap. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind, anybody attempting to call me out on anything that I prognosticated that hasn't come to pass. You look in the damn archive, folks, and it's not because I'm some sort of psychic. It's not because I'm some sort of prophet. It's because it takes common sense and a little bit of, intellectual curiosity and a little bit of going out there and research to realize what in the blue hell's going on, folks. And what in the blue hell is going on is we have a battle of ideas. The battle of ideas is liberalism and feminism, and it's overtaken America. It's already overtaken the quote-unquote right wing of the American political system. It's already overtaken them, folks. I mean, I've been on supposed conservative shows on this network, Blog Talk Radio Network, where supposed conservatives were justifying teen pregnancy. I mean, they were justifying divorce and, all this malarkey that, maybe about 40 or 50 years ago we would have shunned. It was considered a social ill out here. So, folks, this idea, this is what it is. It's a battle of ideas. This is a very sophisticated war we're at here. This is not a war of arms here. This is a war of ideas. And if you're going to fall victim to the liberal idea, if you're going to fall victim to the idea that, it's okay to go ahead and fall victim to, ridiculousness because of my own laziness to go out there and figure out why I'm doing what I'm doing, that's what we have out here, folks. And, of course, once people realize that they chose the wrong direction, once people realize that they chose the wrong road, they want to blame somebody else. Everybody wants to blame somebody else for their own misfortunes. That's what really sucks about America, all right? That's what really sucks about America. This is a war of ideas out here, but when you've got an unarmed society like America who are more worried about going to quote-unquote protest events looking like Uncle Sam and dressing like damn Teddy Roosevelt and all this other crap. They're out here dressing like Paul Revere, they're carrying makeshift muskets and crap, throwing tea bags. I mean, if you think that that's going to, win the minds of those that you're trying to persuade onto your political persuasion, you're wrong, folks. You're completely wrong. And in my opinion, this is my view on the Tea Party. I think, if the truth be told, I think this is just an excuse to not only to have potential Republican candidates to, possibly get some more votes for their 2010 election, but I also think that this was an opportunity for the liberal and feminist media to make a spectacle out of the American public. And they did a great job of it, folks. Let me tell you, I've looked at all the damn footage of this Tea Party nonsense. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, it looks like a freaking Halloween party out there. I'm sure taco trucks were moving in and, selling tacos and hot dogs and all that crap. I mean, it was just stupid. All right? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm pretty sure everybody catches my wind on what I feel about the Tea Party. And if you happen to know any of those Tea Party ass clowns that were out here saying, oh, the Tea Party was such a great event, we accomplished so much, please email them the show, all right? Because they need to hear it. They need to get slapped right back in their fat jelly-ass mouth, all right? They need to get slapped back into reality. It's ridiculous. All right? I'm going to go on to the next subject matter at hand, folks. Of course, folks, I've been always talking about the liberal and feminist America that we're living in here, folks. As a matter of fact, I was probably one of the only few people here on the Blog Talk Radio Network about, a couple of years back or last year that was talking about how both of these parties during the primaries were hijacked by the liberals and the feminists. I took a lot of criticism from those on the right, and I took a lot of criticism from, of course, those on the left, and I hope you all are eating your words at this point, all right? Because here we are, we're now in the new liberal and feminist America, and it comes out that the Homeland Security Department, which is now ran by these damn Karl Marx worshipers, they are now classifying in a new report that they sent to law enforcement officials all across America. Homeland Security Department is now assessing and categorizing veterans of American wars, all right, as right-wing extremists, all right. Now let me run that by you again before I kick this imbecile out of here, out of my damn chat room for being a racist bastard here. Excuse me, folks, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Right now, the Homeland Security released a assessment and sent it to law enforcement last week, warning that veterans of American veterans are now suspicious of being right-wing extremists, folks. I mean, is this the new America that we're living in? I mean, why did these poor patriots that went out there and fought for our freedom, how in the blue hell is this liberal regime going to label our veterans as right-wing extremists or some sort of terrorist or something of that nature? I just don't understand this. All right? I mean, it doesn't make me... let me tell you what the assessment said, all right? It says that, recruiting military veterans who either have difficulty assimilating back into their home communities, they could be susceptible to extremist recruiters, or they might engage in lone acts of violence. So now, this is how we're rewarding our Iraqi veterans now. When they come back home after they fought for our freedom, after the Afghan veterans, when they come back after fighting for our freedom, we reward our American veterans, thanks to the new Homeland Security, where we're rewarding them with a new right-wing extremist label. I mean, does this encourage any future military recruits to want to actually join the military after this ridiculous nonsense? I mean, it's bad enough that we don't take care of the poor soldiers that are out here coming home with half a body. I mean, several years back, we all heard about the situation with the hospitals, the military hospitals, and how that grotesque situation. I don't even want to bring that back up. But, folks, here we are once again, all right? Once again, we've got this liberal regime, and it's, I guess, modern-day Stalinist-style police apparatus, the Homeland Security, trying to say that military veterans are now right-wing extremists, and I think that's horrible. And I want to hear from you, folks. I mean, do you agree with this? I mean, do you agree that veterans should be labeled as right-wing extremists or potential terrorists? I mean, I think it's disgusting. How in the blue hell are we going to label ex-military veterans who are fighting terrorism as potential terrorists? I mean, can you explain that to me, you liberal longhairs that are out here so critical of me? I want you to somehow put some substance behind this ridiculous notion. 646-652-4869. I think it's sick. I think it's just sick. I mean, these are our young men and women that are coming back for fighting wars, whether you agree or disagree with them. They're fighting for the sake of America. And lo and behold, you got this assessment that was released to law enforcement last week, warning that military veterans are now potential right-wing extremists or terrorists or lone wolf gunmen or anything of that nature. It's just, is this America? I mean, if you have a son or daughter serving, I want to hear from you too. I mean, when your son or daughter comes back from serving overseas, are they going to be labeled a damn terrorist now? 646-652-4869, and of course, you're going to have some of these liberals. This is how they're going to justify it, and I'll tell you this right now. This is how they're going to do it. They're going to say,
well, You have to understand, Ghost, that most of the veterans that come back from, hardcore military combat, they have a hard time adjusting because they were confronted with a violent situation, and sometimes they don't know how to leave it there on the battlefield.
Of course, that's my Barney Frank impression. But you see, this is what they'll try to justify. They'll try to justify that they're shell-shocked or, suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. So now, they should be labeled a potential threat. For serving and protecting our country, we're going to label you a potential threat. Thanks a lot. Only in America, folks. Anyway, we are approaching the second hour of the True Conservative Radio Show. All right? I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank you once again for tuning in with me. I know there's a lot of, people that are sitting here probably agreeing or disagreeing with the subject matters at hand, but bottom line, folks, that this program, whether you agree or disagree with certain subject matters being put forth, this is a patriotic program, folks. All right, this is a program that puts America first. This is a program that puts America above the American people. That puts the Constitution above the American people. Because, you see, folks, right now, we have the American people willingly accepting this nonsense out here. They are willingly accepting the raid on the American tax-paying system. They're willingly accepting our Homeland Security, labeling our brave young men and women out there serving and protecting our country, labeling them as potential right-wing extremists or terrorists. It's a shame, folks. Is this what we've become, folks? Honestly. Is this what we've become? Are we far beyond going back? I don't know. I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. I'm going to go ahead and try a couple of these 111 numbers, see how it goes, and if they are liberal agitators trying to prank call the program to deviate your thought process from the subject matter being discussed at hand, we're not going to take 111 calls anymore. So here we go. 1111, you're on the air.
Angelina, interviewing someone famous takes a lot of confidence.
Get this idiot. Get him off! Do you see what I'm saying, folks? These damn liberals are so unoriginal. They got to play little MP3 files, and, they don't even want to talk for themselves. They don't even want to be put on the record for backing up this ridiculous feminist and liberal malarkey, all right? They don't even want to be put on record. I don't blame them. How can you justify this malarkey? How are you going to justify this modern-day liberal regime that's in power? How are you going to justify allowing the Homeland Security labeling ex-veterans of American wars as potential terrorists? Can you please, you stupid idiot, liberal, Karl Marx worshiping pieces of trash, and you Gloria Steinem muff divers, I want you to please call me and tell me this. Tell me right now, 646-652-4869. Where is there a justification in having the Homeland Security, or Department of Homeland Security, labeling American veterans as extremists or terrorists? How is there justification in that? Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, folks. Anyway, before we get into any more further discourse on this subject matter and other subject matters, I want to remind folks that I'm on Twitter, and I'd like for you to, hook me up and follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to find out when I'm doing the latest broadcasts. Remember, these broadcasts are sporadic. They're not habitual, so if you want to get the latest live broadcast and be here tuning in live, hook me up on Twitter, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. But anyway, folks, going back to this Homeland Security labeling American veterans as terrorists or extremists, I think it's pretty sad, all right? But Napolitano, who is now our Homeland Security head, the head of Homeland Security, tried to nullify the report or the assessment and tried to say, and I'm quoting,
"Let me be clear. We monitor the risk and involvement of violent extremism taking root here in the United States. We don't have the luxury of focusing on efforts on one group. We must protect the country from terrorism, whether foreign or homegrown, and regardless of ideology or motives that motivates violence."
So that's what you have to say. Why don't you just say, look, veterans aren't extremists. Veterans aren't potential terrorists. I mean, how is this going to persuade a young person to join the damn military if they're going to be labeled a damn terrorist or a damn extremist? I mean, can somebody explain this to me? I don't know, folks. Sometimes I don't even understand sometimes why I continue to conduct this broadcast. It jeopardizes my health. All right, my wife sure as hell doesn't like it, but I continue to do it anyway because I believe in this country. I believe in the Constitution. It takes away from my sleep. I got a damn torn voice box. I got a high blood pressure problem because of this damn show. I don't understand sometimes why I continue to do it, because nobody seems to be listening. Everybody seems to be embracing this crap. Nobody seems to be asking any questions out here. Did any of you folks hear this on the mainstream media that American veterans are now considered extremists and terrorists? No, you didn't. You know what you did hear on the mainstream media today? Oh, you heard all about that ridiculous hobbit. This woman who looks like she's swallowing her own face on, Britain's Who Got Talent. It's been all over the damn boob tube. It's been making me sick. They got some stupid, ugly, disgusting village freak show from England come into this ridiculous Britain's I Got Talent and come in, and you got stupid, limey-ass Simon Cowell talking garbage to this cow, and you got all these people saying, "Oh, my God, are you serious?" And then all of a sudden she sings like an angel. Oh, yeah, that was all over the damn mainstream news today. But labeling our veterans as terrorists and extremists, no big deal. No big deal. You know what was a big deal? Oh, the president's new dog. Oh, a Pekingese water pooch or whatever the hell he's got. This is what's news, folks. Can you believe this crap? And then you wonder why you got a bunch of headless Nimrods rallying out there at these ridiculous tea parties, not knowing why in the blue hell they're there, who in the hell organized them, why, what the purpose is of them, nothing. It's no wonder why we are in the situation we are in currently here in America. So, folks, frankly, and I'm excluding those folks who understand what I'm talking about and who agree with me. So please, if you agree with me and you understand where I'm coming from, please exclude yourself from what I'm about to say here. All right, so please. But everybody else, all of you people that have just sat around and pissed and moaned and were taken back by this political romance, whether it was from the Republicans or the Democrats, you were so anesthetized by your own decadence or your own materialism that you didn't care about the government, you weren't worried about the Constitution, you weren't worried about what was going on here in America. All of you people that were intellectually lazy and watched the boob tube and didn't think about the consequences of all the malarkey that was going on in the past 20 or 30 years, all of you people that are so critical of me because I am yanking your asses out of the closet, because I am telling the honest truth, because I am yanking all the liberals and feminists right out of the damn closet, whether it's in the Democrats or the Republicans. I want all of you. I want every single one of you folks that were so critical of me. And I want every single one of you folks that didn't do nothing to help this country. I want you all to stand up right now, all right? Stand up out of your damn chair right now! I want you to get your fat ass up. I want you to go to your nearest mirror, you piece of crap. And this includes you liberals. This includes you idiots that didn't do crap. This includes you Tea Party idiots. This includes all you morons that didn't do anything to help America. Get up off your fat asses and go to your nearest mirror right now. And once you're at your nearest mirror, look at yourself right between your beady eyes. Look at yourself, damn it! Look at yourself at your Karl Marx worshiping beady eyes! Look at yourself! And I want you to spit in your face! Spit in your damn face! Spit in your face! Yeah! Spit in your damn face! Because you deserve it! And that's from me to you, because I can't believe that you just sat back and watched our country being flushed down the liberal and feminist toilet bowl. It makes me sick. And if you've got some opposition to this, if you think that I'm just falling off my rocker, well, by God, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. Anyway, folks, we're going to continue on with the next subject matter at hand here. The next subject matter is the new Barbary Pirate Wars, folks. That's right, it's getting to sound more and more like 1776 as opposed to 2009. That's right, folks, we are witnessing the beginning of the new Barbary Pirates Wars. Mark it down, because I know that this is the broadcast of record. All right, now, we've been discussing these Barbary pirates, and the reason I call them Barbary pirates is because the people that are doing the pirating are the descendants of the Barbary pirates back in the 1700s, when they were a thorn in America's side when we were trying to trade with Europe. All right? Here we are back in 1776 up until about the early 1800s. We had to deal with these damn Barbary pirates to the point where we were literally giving away 20% of the American economy to these ridiculous pirates at the time, folks. It's not a joke. Okay? And as a result, Thomas Jefferson finally said, you know what, let's just deal with these pricks and let's just go ahead and kill them all. And we sent a huge armada out there. We beat the living bejesus out of them. That was the end of them. Well, they have resurrected once again, folks. These are obviously the descendants of these folks. I mean, it's happening right around the same region as the Barbary Pirates incidents back in the 1700s and the late 1800s, or early 1800s, late 1700s. And I think we're going to see a new war of some kind, because these Barbary pirates aren't they're not really intimidated by the United States Naval Fleet, or at least a portion of the United States Naval Fleet being out there monitoring the whole situation. I don't know if you've been hearing recently, they've taken aboard a couple of other ships. They've got some more hostages. These guys have already put out a threat to America and said they're going to continue pirating American ships, and there's nothing they can do about it. And what are we left to do? Well, Hillary Rotten Clinton said today that we're going to combat pirates not by going out there and killing all these bastards, which I think we should do, but we're going to do a more liberal and feminist tactic. We're going to cut their funding. That's what we're going to do. That's what Hillary Rotten said today to combat the new Barbary Pirate Wars. She is going to, attempt to work with other countries to try to somehow retard the financial infrastructure of the pirates. Instead of doing what Thomas Jefferson did, back in the early 1800s, going out there sending an armada and just crushing and just completely annihilating these damn pirates. No, we're out here trying to, somehow delicately diffuse the situation. And to be completely honest with you folks, I don't think you can't diffuse it without force. I mean, so what? You got a couple of bank accounts in a couple of countries. You cripple a couple of them. So what? You don't think there's a country that they could deposit their currency in? You don't think there's a country that's going to sit here and deny access to bank accounts to America, investigating about the quote-unquote pirate bank accounts? No, of course not. So the only way we're going to rectify this problem is if we go out there and beat the living bejesus out of them. But what's unfortunate is that if we do that, we are putting ourselves vulnerable at about 4 war fronts, possible 4 war fronts, all right? All right, one obviously is Iraq. The second one is in Afghanistan. The third one is going to be in Pakistan. I mean, Obama's already buttered us up for that potential war coming soon. And now we're going to have to do something. I don't think the liberals are going to do something, but we have to do something about the Barbary pirates out here in the region of Africa that is the same area that we had trouble with the Barbary pirates back in the late 1700s, early 1800s. Crippling their financial infrastructure is not going to do it. All right, I mean, they can still get currency. Remember, it's not all about money. These people can also get guns. They can get goods. They can get anything that they hijack. And they can go trade it to other rogue nations and that sort of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the terrorists, and what I mean by the terrorists, I'm talking about Al-Qaeda. I'm talking about, these terrorist rogue factions that want to commit all kinds of havoc all over the international community. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a hand in this. All right? I wouldn't be surprised if they had a hand in this. Now, there's some people in here. Why are the pirates our problem? Well, I'll tell you why the pirates are our problem. Because we are vulnerable thanks to the multinational corporations who basically took control of our American government and sent the means of production outside of the United States. So every product that we consume as an American society has to be imported, all right? Imported from another country. Now, as a result, when these things are imported from other countries, you're going to have to use lots of ships because America is a fat-in-the-ass country that consumes a lot, all right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. We consume a lot of products. Now, that makes it open season for a potential pirate because you're going to have, ships going up and down the shipping lanes, on a consistent basis to feed this potential consumption. That's what's made this whole, profiting from pirating, so valuable to these morons. Remember, you're dealing with Somalians. You're dealing with people that are, they have no other option. These people are poor as hell. I mean, they're motivated to go out there and eat, not only eat, but make themselves rich and possibly take over the country. All right? I mean, these people have their own agendas here. So, lo and behold, they got rich, and let me tell you how they got rich. They got rich by hijacking oil rigs, and they know exactly what oil rigs look like, or oil tankers, I should say, sea tankers, oil sea tankers. They know exactly which ones to pick out. They go and they hijack them, and they call up, whoever the oil belongs to and says, hey, you either pay our ransom or we're killing everybody and we're dumping the, we're going to, whatever the threats are. And according to the oil executives who have dealt with these pirates, they have made it blatantly clear that it is financially beneficial to pay the ransom to these pirates as opposed to having the ship go, missing or the cargo go missing. They still squeeze a profit by giving the pirates $20 million for about a $300 million oil tanker, and they still squeeze a profit. So this is how these damn pirates have been able to get so damn rich. This is how they've been able to get so maritime savvy. They've been able to, probably negotiate with rogue governments and other rogue factions. They've been able to obtain other hardware and, maybe maritime assets and that sort of thing. And lo and behold, these folks have become a thorn in the side of not only America, but the international community. And I think that the pirates should be crushed. This is going to be the new Barbary Pirates War. And the reason I bring it up, folks, is because this is just going to be another excuse. I'm telling you this right now. Give this Barbary Pirates crap another 6 months to a year, and I guarantee you that this is going to be an excuse to mark up the price on everything in America. That's why I bring this up so much. That's why I'm focusing on this situation of the Barbary Pirates here. Because if we don't either crush these people or eliminate them or kill them or do whatever it takes, they're going to continue to be motivated to hijack cargo, whether it's to loot it, pillage it, or hold it for ransom. They're going to continue to do it unless they realize that their lives are in danger. And at this point, they're not losing enough life to feel like they're in danger. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. This is the True Conservative Radio Show. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Please, folks, bookmark or add to your favorites the webpage, the official website of the True Conservative Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And by the way, I am on Twitter, folks, so for all you Twitter users, please follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to figure out when I'm conducting a live program and what times and all that good stuff. So twitter.com/ghostpolitics. And I might as well go ahead and plug the blog while I'm at it. Go ahead and get back to the blog. It's ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. But anyway, folks, we've talked about a variety of different subject matters on this edition of the True Conservative Radio program. And what's unfortunate is the reason that you don't hear as much discourse as you should is because everyone that is, in opposition of what I speak of on this program knows that I'm telling the truth and that I'm providing substance upon damn substance on the damn debating table, and there's nothing they can say about it. There's nothing they can do about it. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to cut this show short. We got about 8 minutes left here in the program. So I want to leave it off with this final word here. We talked about the teabaggers. We talked about how the Department of Homeland Security is now labeling our American veterans as extremists and potential terrorists. And we talked about the new Barbary Pirate Wars, folks. Why do we talk about these subject matters? Because it affects you and me. I mean, everybody, even the mainstream media was all over this Tea Party nonsense. Oh, look, it's the Tea Party. Oh, look, they're mad now. The American people are mad now. Let me tell you something, folks. This Tea Party was the biggest, ridiculous circus sideshow that America has ever put on in a long period of time. You had idiots, like I said previous, in Uncle Sam outfits, dressing like Abe Lincoln, an idiot looking like Paul Revere, out here at a protest. They're supposed to be protesting a serious political subject matter, and they're dressing up like it's freaking Halloween, for heaven's sake. And this is America? This is what I'm supposed to have optimism in? Are you kidding me? This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace to everybody who ever fought for this country. This is a disgrace to our forefathers. And that's why I can't believe that I live in this damn country filled with nothing but a bunch of liberal, long-haired, whale-saving, tree-hugging, idiot morons and a bunch of feminist, Gloria Steinem-worshipping, muff-diving pieces of bull-nosed, bull-dyed crap. I can't believe that this is America! Can you? Can you believe it, folks? I can't believe that this is the new America that we're living in. I mean, for heaven's sake, I'm a conservative, damn it! I'm a conservative! I'm not just going to sit by and watch some blatant, ridiculous spectacle go unnoticed. say what I feel when it comes to this ridiculous Tea Party nonsense, which proved absolutely nothing, which made the American people look like a bunch of morons. The damn thing was funded by lobbyists, you idiot! I mean, that just goes to show how stupid America is. That's why I always say the American public sucks. Because you allowed this to happen. You allowed this to happen. If you really want to change it, well then participate in your damn government, damn it! Participate in your damn government! Stop pissing and moaning. Stop sitting on their fat asses in the chat rooms. Stop sitting there in the damn blogs and in the forums. Go out there and participate, damn it! 2010 is coming around the corner. Find out who's running for your local congressional district, for your local Senate district, for whatever political opening there is. Look it up. Figure out who's running. Call their damn campaigns. Ask them questions. Make sure that they are held accountable for what they say. Organize, damn it. And by God, if you got ideas, if you're a person that's never collected an entitlement in their life, if you have raised your family and paid your taxes and obeyed the law, well, by God, go out there and run for something. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your children, and you owe it to America to go out there and run for something. We need your help, damn it. We need help. We're being overrun by ignorance out here. We're being overrun by a dumbass, dumbed-down, feminist and liberal anesthetized American public. It makes me sick. It makes me want to puke. You piece of crap. I can't believe that this is America. I can't believe this crap. What are you going to do about it? What the hell are you going to do about it? Just sit on your fat ass? Do something for yourself, for your children, for your grandchildren. Do something, you stupid idiot! I better calm down, folks. I got my heart's pumping, my chest hurts. I could be on the damn verge of a damn coronary or a stroke or whatever the case might be, but I don't care. I don't care. It makes me sick to my stomach that this is America. That's why I talk with so much passion. That's why I talk with so much fury. Because I can't believe that it's come down to this, that you sat on your thumb and you did this. You did it. You did it. That's why I said go up there and look at yourself in the mirror, because you did this. That's why when historians are looking back upon this time and they find out, when they find out this show and they look back on the records and they realize that, hey, wait a minute, there was some people actually talking against this ridiculous idea of quasi-communism and socialism. There was somebody actually prognosticating the chain of events that led to this ridiculous nonsense. There was somebody trying to enlighten folks that were out there. Whew. Let me tell you something, folks. My heart's hurting. My chest is hurting. And you know what? If I die this evening, if I die right here doing this damn broadcast, I don't care. I don't care. I hope that it sparks some synapses in your empty brains out there in hopes of making you, forcing you, motivating you to go out there and participate in your government. Because if you're not, folks, well, then don't cry. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I'm not too sure if I am going to have a broadcast tomorrow or Friday, but You can keep up to date on whether or not I'm going to have a show by following me on Twitter. So, folks, hook yourself up with a damn little Twitter account. Hook me up. Follow me on Twitter. It's at twitter.com/ghostpolitics. All one word, no underscores, Ghost Politics. And please, folks, go out there and spread the link like wildfire. The official website of the True Conservative Radio program, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Go out there and spread that link like wildfire. And don't forget to patronize the sponsors that have the testicular fortitude to back up a true patriotic program like True Conservative Radio. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me out there. I usually broadcast Monday through Friday between the hours of 11:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Central Time. Until then, long live the True Conservative movement and death to feminism.
A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.